Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you're listening to the Chip and Cern Show. Welcome to the hits.
Hits. We're on break.
What is it? Could be fucking summer break, winter, fall.
Look outside. At least you should know where we're at.
But basically, this is a compilation of some of our best, air quotes, the best that we have to offer for you. So sit back and enjoy. Dana was off to a slow start.
He was.
Then when we hit the Coors Lights,
He was
fucking got him tuned up. Myself, I think, we've talked about this theory that we have many times, but one tall can kind of gets you just right.
Gets you right, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I think didn't Joe, he was going to shotgun the first and then sip on, he was just trying to get some blood in that alcohol system.
No, yeah. I forgot that line had me pretty weak. That was good.
It was his thinking juice when he got it, because he was on point after that. He was good before, but he was on it after that.
I have to say, if we're giving grades, I have to give myself the worst grade. I
give Chip a Cern C's, Dana a B, and then Joe gets an A.
I don't know. I think I was in the D category.
You
didn't take much of my. You had the putts. I didn't have maybe once or two. I only remember minus the last hole, which that's a better story to get into in a bit.
Okay.
How many of my balls did we take?
We took, I think,
maybe
a couple drives.
Three?
And then some irons.
4?
I think we took more than you think, because there's a few of them where we're going to take chips.
I don't know. But I appreciate it.
We did the majority of Joe's, but
you probably had 4 putts at least.
Yeah, I think I had some good putts.
And that we were like, straight, and nailed it. Everyone's pretty stoked.
It was Joe with the caddy. Remember he's taking this putter, fucking putter right here.
Okay, 3 inches to the left there, and okay, I'll get the line. Joe always went last on the putts.
Yeah, he did.
So he could see all of us fuck up and see where the line broke and stuff. The event was announced for the 1 year. Cerny, what was your overall feeling?
Disappointment.
Extreme disappointment. So in the past, they have done Santa Chew, Party Chew, which is Pikachu's with the Santa hat and that party hat. This year, they announced Pikachu will be wearing Ash's hat.
And that's how they're celebrating. Oh, also they're giving away, or they're
not giving. Cerny, no. Cerny, stand down.
I misspeak.
Stand down. Stand down, Cerny. They are allowing us to purchase for 1,200 coins. It says sale on it, which I think they should get sued for a misnomer.
It's a bait and switch, damn it.
Limited time only sale anniversary box. Now, in this box, you get 6 egg incubators.
Which is
6 max revives, 2 premium raid passes, 20 ultra balls, and that's 1,200 coins. Now let's do some quick math. The egg incubator is 150 times 6. So what's that?
Okay, 150 times 6 is 900.
Okay, raid pass is 100, so that's 200 for those.
Okay.
Max revive, 6 of them is for 180.
180 all?
Yep.
Okay.
And you can't buy ultra balls.
So you're saving a total of 80 coins.
Here's the response from the Pokemon Go community.
I mean, what do you even need the revives? Like, those fall all the time, right? Like, that's not a huge...
They do. So speaking of the Pokemon Go community, I just want to read you a tweet.
Yes. So this was... I mean, I was also disappointed with... this is bullshit.
I was like, come
anyway.
on. So somebody said... Richard Sanders actually tweeted Pokemon Go. We got a hat and a discount for the anniversary. My wife would divorce me if I pulled that stunt for our anniversary. And then the same he wrote right after it. Happy anniversary, honey. I got you a baseball hat and a coupon at Outback Steakhouse.
That's pretty great. And I mean, we all let him have it on Twitter for sure, as
yes.
They did catch a beating in general, as they should have for that. I don't know what do you expect? I mean, I want to say I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised.
No, I was like...
They've continually sort of all these events. I've just been...
The rumors leading up, and I was like... and then.
But the rumors are from their community-based hype.
Oh, yeah.
So,
the ones that my brother was sending me, like, he's like, here it is. And I was like... I always look at the website, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Or look at their official Twitter account, and you're like, there's nothing coming out about it.
No, I saw something from Forbes come out. Like, I think, so I started reading it. I was like, I have a feeling we're going to be sorely disappointed.
Oh yes.
And then when it did announce it, I was like, yeah, that's right.
I mean, I understand wanting to get more from the game, but the gym stuff was pretty good. It was a solid update. I would have liked, there's a lot that they could have done, and we've discussed this ad nauseum with your brother via text.
Oh yeah,
angrily.
I mean, just at very minimum, I think just increase like the rare spawns or something.
Just something cool that like for one day, or
if you want to hold on to the legendaries for your fucking Comic-Con or whatever you're gonna do, Pokemon convention, that's fine. I get it. But at least for us who's not gonna travel to Chicago for fucking Pokemon convention, give us a little bit of something.
What project were you working on? Oh, Natalie
needed custom. Yeah, needed
custom
some
woodworking
custom furniture. Yeah, in her room.
Did she? How did she like approach you with this ask, or was it?
Wouldn't be a good
wife?
idea to do this, and this. And I said, yeah, but I would do this, and I would make this.
Did she like have a Pinterest thing printed out and said, or did she find it like in a magazine, or?
I think she had. I never saw anything until later because she asked, wouldn't it be cool if I did this? And I said I would do this. Oh yeah, I would do this, and I would make this like this, and I kind of gave her some measurements, and that.
So
was
she just said, I want a foot wide makeup.
Yeah.
Station or whatever.
That's basically what it was. And I want to put some shelves here, and blah blah blah. And then somehow it formed into. On Sunday, you will be.
Did your wife get in there and sort of like help her expand the project a little bit?
Yeah, and push the idea. And I don't know if it was actually communicated. I don't know if I was part of the. So this is something that.
Did you get bamboozled?
This is what happened. I'm sometimes things get like I pass. They ideas bounce across my my
they're not
desk.
Absorbed though.
Not absorbed. Bounce. Okay. They come across my desk, and I probably just hit approve.
Oh,
sure. Yep, sure. And
but it's this is, let me guess, it's probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yes.
Oh, this week. Oh, desk. This would be cool, huh? Oh yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, sure. Yep. And then somehow. So I don't know if it's that or it's a combination of they know I do that, so then they can just play that card.
Oh,
either way,
they played you for a fool.
So either way, I can't call them to the mat because I can't remember because my certain short-term memory is probably the worst.
But the long term's really good.
Long term, I'm solid, but short term, I'm the absolute worst.
We're both stricken with Alzheimer's. We'll have to stick together because you'll help remember some things and I'll help with the others.
Yes.
I saw the project. It looks great. Actually didn't see it in the flesh, but I saw all the Facebook stuff as well.
She posted, I think, right?
69.
Oh, there we go.
We should hijack your wife's page.
There
it is, right there.
Here's part of it right here.
Okay. Wait, is that the other one's room?
This is this is Nelly. So
okay.
So I built these shelves and stacked them.
Yeah.
great pod because we're talking about somewhere.
Well, you had the view on the 360. CERN just made some shelves, and then he also made what's effectively a couple 2x6s, and he made like a little makeup station or something for her.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. With reclaimed wood, or is that from pallets?
Oh yeah, and actually the pallets were. We ordered something, a swing, outdoor swing, and it came on that. So I just broke it apart, put it together.
Finished?
They wanted it unfinished. Oh, I mean it's sealed, but I didn't sand it.
Yeah,
they didn't want it sanded. It was driving me crazy.
I mean, just a little 80 grit or something on there?
No, they didn't want any kind of sanding on it. They wanted to keep it.
Could you have a rusty nail sticking up so I can get a tetanus shot later this year? That's there. It looks good.
And here's our
and a headboard that has that as well.
Reclaimed wood, yes.
Now, CERN once again was my golf cart mate.
Yes.
And Dana was Joe's.
That boy. Yes.
Now, was it before we got in the carts? We did a truce.
We did do a truce before we got in the cart.
I don't know why. I'm trying to turn a little corner because my wife has been maybe rubbing off on me a little bit. She's like, you guys are just, you're so mean to each other all the time. I'm like, yeah, I know it is. It's very exhausting. I'll be honest. It's exhausting. And I'm like, so when did I say, I kind of had this thing and I was like.
It was on hole one.
I was like, guys, let's just have fun and let's see how many nice things we could say about each other.
Joe was smart. Okay. He was open to it. That lasted the whole 45 seconds.
I did mean it. And I think we did okay.
We did better. We tried. We did better.
We tried.
I mean, it really did only last 45 seconds. I think you said the first mean thing, nice shot, bitch, or something. And Joe's like, way to be nice.
Well, I thought we were being nice. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry,
Oops,
Joe.
Sorry.
And went and gave him a bro hug. Now, I did a little reclaiming almost a year ago. I don't think we ever did a pod about this. My wife, I don't know where she gets this idea that I'm some like fucking this old house motherfucker. What's that fool's name? Bob Vila?
or Yankee Workshop.
Yeah, Yelled Yankee Workshop that I got.
I'll look that guy's up.
And she's like, you should build us a dining room table because this is the first time my wife and I have like lived in a house. We've only been apartment dwellers and pretty much IKEA furniture people. There we go, Yankee Workshop. Is it still in? Oh no! It ran from 20 years.
2009 was the last episode.
Wow, what's this fool's name?
Norm Abram.
Oh, that's right, Norm.
Yeah,
and
I was thinking Abraham, but I was the guy's last name. But yeah, Norm Abram.
New Yankee Workshop. And my wife instructs me with this table, and out of a handiness scale, not getting your cock tugged on by a hand. How handy would you rate yourself?
Myself?
So like I just had reviews at work. We have to do a self-appraisal.
Oh, I hate.
It's always so fucking stupid. Like, oh, I really fucking suck. I mean, I know I'm self-deprecating, but when it comes to my job, I try,
talk about, especially so at our work, it's like usually like you do that and then they review your stuff.
Yeah, and your boss is like,
and it's based upon you get a bonus and a merit raise off of that. So I'm like
5
Mac Daddy.
Yeah,
I kick ass and take names.
I'm great. I'm great at everything. Well, I would self-appraisal, Cerny.
Handiness. Say 6, you think? 6, 7?
I would say that's probably fair. I would probably, for minor, I can do most, I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. I'm like a 4.5 or a 5.
That sounds about right.
I don't know. There's stuff that CERN does that I probably could do if I just tried, but.
So when I do it, it'll come out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a joke. But usually, I'm good for at least 1 or 2 tantrums.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I throw something at least once.
So, I don't know. My wife, maybe she got hot and bothered, and she's like, you know what would really turn me on if you made me a fucking dining room table. And I'm like,
Can I get a blowy on it? Then I'll fucking make it next weekend.
my dick.
Yeah. And so she Pinterest boarded that shit up. Oh, here's what I want. Modern rustic. I'd like a dining room table for you to lay me on and pound away at my lady bits.
Oh, God.
And so she's using very
Lady bits.
contradictory terms, right? She's like, "Oh, contemporary, modern, rustic." Like, hold on, these don't go together. You can't have a modern and a rustic thing. Oh, this fucking camera turned off. Anyway,
boo.
So there's half a 360 video now. So anyway, I made this thing, and I'm the whole time.
The rest of the episode will just be the Chip and Search Show logo.
Yeah, it definitely will. Now, because I rank my self rating of the handiness is lower than Cerny's, I consulted him throughout this process of making the table.
Yes.
And I was also butted up against a deadline, the Thanksgiving holiday, which you can tune into the Thanksgiving pod.
Oh boy.
So I've never done really.
Are you hosting it this year?
Yeah, but like a smaller, same kind of smaller one. So the moral of the story is the table got fucked up because I didn't seal it because I was kind of rushed, and I guess I didn't realize when you stain something, you have to let that dry, and you have to do another coat, and then when you do that, sanding, and there's a lot of time. You just can't knock it out in a day, even though the wood is glued together and all this shit.
Yes.
So either it is a misstep. It was obviously a misstep, but the table fucking got all sideways on me.
It warped.
It warped and twisted, and so I reclaimed the table. I took the tabletop off and cut it up and made my wife a desk, the similar dimensions that you made this one.
Okay.
That was on my football day, and she has all those galvanized pipe built-in closets.
Yes.
I want to redo this. I want some here. I want some there. I'm like, okay.
Ooh, remapped the whole.
I remapped the entire both walls, but it does look really good.
Okay.
I'm very proud of myself. I would say I'm a galvanized pipe closet wizard.
Oh.
That's my self-appraisal. So I go to the police station, and I walk in there, and there's I have it in a grocery bag. So, bougie bitch. I have it in a Trader Joe's brown paper bag, and I walk in there, and there's a sign on there, and it says voluntary pill surrender full. It's full. So if you have extra pills, you can turn them in, and the bin's full. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of fucking Oxycontins that runs rampant up here probably. So I go in there, bulletproof glass, it's a police station. I've never I've never been in one. So, I guess it's sort of surprising. And I go, and there's someone there, and then there's this fucking tweaker guy who kind of walks in. I'm like, Jesus. And I'm waiting till, and I have my daughter with me.
I'm on the wrong side of glass.
Run. And my daughter's kind of running around, and I'm like, yeah, you can't get into anything. All the doors are, everything's pretty buttoned up in there. And the lady I let the other people, even though I was ahead of them, I let the other people go. And I was like, yeah, I called about turning a camera in. There's a case number for it. She's like, okay. I was giving her a lot of information. Oh, this is what happened. And the guy, he had a white beard, and he looked to be this age and this tall, and he was driving this car. And she,
oh, no.
She was probably like, oh, here comes the fucking, look at this cowboy coming in here with a.
Way to go, Detective Chip. Okay.
Well, sir, I'm proud to announce you've made honorary detective for this week. Thank you. And I leave. So she had to come around the glass to get it because it wouldn't fit through. They had a dual. You open one door and you can't open it at the other end. Yeah. And
you have the gas stations at night at the shitty part of town where you're
you put the money in, and then both doors can't be open at the same time.
Yep.
So she came around. I gave it to her.
And I was like, yeah, I just want to make sure it gets back to him. And if he can give me a call, I'll call. I was like, I don't really know what I want from this. And so I left the police station and I was just like thinking like, what the fuck am I expecting from this? Like in the newspaper front page, the Novato Local Times, local
minimum age day.
Right. Local man turns into hero, returning multiple $1,000 camera to elderly citizen.
Gets the key to the city.
Chip of Chip and Cern Show, honorary Novato Citizen of the Month. He gets a parking spot at the City Hall, and the mayor will take him. Will have coffee and crumpets with him in the morning. Like
Crumpets.
I don't know what the fuck. What I don't know. What do you? What was I doing, Cerny? I just should have went to Costco and said,
yeah, true.
I don't know.
As much of a headache that is, if I do that, I'll just go here, whatever. It's on him for leaving it.
And I spent my time trying to find this person, and to this day I don't even know.
I probably would have spent a few hours, and then after that, I've been like, fuck it.
And maybe it was. I wanted to sort of clear my conscience because I knew I wasn't going to keep it. And I'm like, well, if I wait a month and then I sell it on Craigslist, but that kind of felt dirty to me a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little dirty.
And I'm like, oh yeah, this is $4,000, but I'm selling it for $2,000 because I found it, you know. And don't mind the photos on the SD card; they're not me. But yeah, and this isn't my last name on the
wiping little Billy's graduation right out of there.
No, a Bush, college Bush is not. So I talked to my wife. I'm like, oh my God. And we went to Target, whatever, came home, and immediately went into fucking Great Mouse Detective mode.
Whoa. Sherlock Chip?
Sherlock Chip this shit. I took out the
Great Mouse.
I took out the SD card. It has 2 of them. The camera's so nice.
Oh.
Actually, the first thing I did was look out the model number, verified that the body, just the body of the camera with no lens attached, $2,000.
Oh.
Then the lens itself, $2,000. So I had
sitting on $4,000.
I had sitting on $4,000, and the only thing that I saw on the camera was on his SD card. He had you print it out like on a piece of vinyl. Label maker.
Oh, okay.
He did a label maker, and he just put his last name on there, which is not it's not like a
Smith.
Yeah, it's a fairly common last name. I'm like, okay, I kind of remember what he looked like, and I kind of, it was at Costco parking lot. It was a Costco shopping cart, so I kind of assumed that he was at Costco. So I went on Facebook and I looked for people in my hometown with this last name, and I started going through and looking for all white dudes with a white that were like, I would say he was 60 plus.
Okay.
So I ended up sending a Facebook
sleuthing.
I had the big magnifying glass, and I was looking. On
you have the
Facebook.
hat too.
Yeah, I took up a smoking pipe as well, and as my wife got all my trench coats out. It started raining as well. And I sent 4 messages off to 4 different highly potential people.
Okay.
Now
in the
Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Within the last name brought up 50 people, and I whittled it down to maybe 5 that are pretty good suspects. There was a dude that was like 20. I'm like, no, that's not him. Maybe his grandpa.
Yeah.
And here was my, what would you say, like, what would your message be to someone? Like, you found this camera and you think you're trying to locate it.
Are you missing something very valuable? I may or may not have it.
I have something that I think I said, hey, Ari, come on. Were you at Costco? Holy fucking
man.
shit.
We got
Zoe, come on.
There we go.
One time.
One show.
You think we're being there's a rapist coming through the slider door here. But no.
How did
She's outsmarted. Now the dog. Now this is too funny not to say. Cerny put the dog door gate in, and the dog lifted up the slider pretty much.
Opened it.
And got out. She outwitted us.
Yes.
I said, hey, were you at Costco in Novato? I think you lost something and I might have it. Because I didn't want to say, hey, did you lose a camera? A nice camera, because then they're like, yeah. And I don't have much evidence. Although I remember his specific car and what he looked like, so I'd be like, let me see your car. And I would have known.
With the license in the picture, please.
And Facebook now, when you send a message to somebody that's not your friend, they kind of hold it off to the side.
Oh, you don't really know, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the person has to know to check. And I'm like, they're old too. So one, they're not even going to be on Facebook. And then I also looked through his SD card to see some people put a note, their first picture's a note or something of if lost, return. And I was like, please no.
Now, is he a swinger or anything like that? Or?
I wanted him to be a pornographer or something, but it wasn't the case. I think he went down to, Bodega Bay and shot some seagulls out on sea. I'm like, okay, sir, well,
BFD.
You're not putting this camera through its paces, that's for sure.
Gotta zoom in on the bush.
Yeah. Oh, which bush? I know. I wanted him to shoot Girls Gone Wild 42 or whatever they're at.
There you go.
You guys aren't playing against Joe, you're playing against you, Dana, and Tony. Now, when I see the scorecard that CERN put, let me see this, Cerny.
Just looking at
Let me look at this here. After the front 9, Joe comes in with 4. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. Cerny comes in with 21. I see a 1, 3, a 5. Got away from me on that one.
That was now that's a funny one because that was. I mean, I just had lost concentration, as I'm prone to do, and I shanked it, and I was all over the board. And the putt was because Joe said, "I'm not. We're just gonna do basically double par. I'm not gonna go over. I'm not gonna put no fucking 18s.
Right. Yeah.
So we're just gonna double par. So this was gonna be double par 5.
Okay.
And I said, well, and the putt was, and Statboy can tweet us and correct me if I'm wrong. The putt was. It was at least 15 feet. It was distance.
Yeah.
And I sank it for the I said
for the double par.
I said put an asterisk next to that fucker because that's legit.
Legit. But that one got away from Tony too. Joe.
That was one where
Joe and Dana.
It was or
Joe and Tony had one on it.
It was a 2-tier green. So the top tier was where the pin was, but it was like a big ass slope coming down. It was so. I think
you felt good about it though.
After that, I think that's the one that Tony chucked his fucking club.
But Tony got a 1 on it. It says.
Oh, maybe it wasn't the one then.
And hold on, there's Noob and there's Tony.
Noob's
the same person.
No.
So what I wanted to say, the front 9. Joe won out. Dana had 19. CERN only a few strokes behind at 21, and Tony fucking pulling up the rear with 23.
You had to get warmed up.
How did you feel? Were you guys?
I was building confidence. After a few of those, I was like, I'm riding high on confidence. And Joe's like, good. He was, Joe's being supportive, which then was throwing me off. I was like, what?
Did Joe have his Eagle sniper fucking rangefinder thing?
So we parked the car.
We mock. It's extremely helpful.
It is. So we parked the cart. And I was like, Joe, this says...
Now, I feel like I missed out. Were you guys doing all the running up and boom, rear ending?
Yeah, that did happen.
Okay.
Yeah, you did a rear end.
I'm glad to hear that it's not.
And there was
still fun.
There was a moment where Joe had... we were in front of the noobs, and Joe had reversed into them, and then kept it going, and it was spinning, and where we started, you could smell the burning rubber of the tires.
Oh, that's
because I don't know what they said some shit. He's like, "Fuck you," Yeah. It was like, it was
which golf polo of what club did Joe wear?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Did he wear that one that he won at?
No,
he had to trade it in for a 2XL instead of a large or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know which one he wore. There was most of the time Joe used the GPS in the on the cart, but there's a couple times where he goes, "This is too important of a shot," so he'd pull out his cyber thing, and there was a difference. It wasn't a huge difference, but for Joe, I'm gonna hit, and Joe was doing the. So remember a long time ago,
To this every stroke this something
and if fucked up, he I didn't.
as we say every time, Joe's an actual golfer.
Yes.
And we're actually slapdicks.
Yeah.
When the tee time says 8, I think, hey, I'll roll up at 7:55 and I'll be cool. No. Joe said, if you're not there by 7:30, you're out. I'm like, okay, maybe get there even earlier at 7:15 to just, really impress Joe.
So for those of you who don't know Joe, rules for Joe are very blurred, right? They're more of an option, except on the course. You better stick by the fucking rules on the course. Otherwise, you're a fucking pariah. You'll shame your ass, and which is I always think it's very funny. Out in the real world where you can get arrested, it's but on the golf course,
yeah,
you better abide.
On the green, Joe by the book.
Don't
outside IRL, couldn't give a fuck. Is Joe handy?
Joe smells.
I mean, smells obviously. But
he
breaks a lot of shit at his house. I don't know if he actually fixes it.
Yeah, he's quasi handy.
I mean, putting a poster up over a hole in the wall doesn't count as being handy, but
did he do that?
Yeah, didn't he throw a fucking football into the sheetrock once?
Joe, you need to be on the show.
Yeah,
we need to discuss this.
We have so much
fucking Shawshank in his house.
Oh yeah, maybe I'm like forcing something on him. Shawshank. Yeah, that's what he's. Yeah, I thought it was like a Pam Anderson, or no, you know what it was? It was like because Joe works in the alcohol business.
Yes,
which is probably not advisable, but. They have, Bud Light has all these. Oh, here's the Niners season schedule on a big poster that they give to the thing.
Terrible.
It was one of those,
that's terrible.
Like Bud Light ones that is in some fucking shitty liquor store, and now it's in Joe's hallway. Like
he's trying to make his
2/3 of the way down the wall.
He's trying to make his escape from prison with Andy Dufresne.
He's got one spoon that he's digging out. Joe, I didn't know you were into paper macheing. Here's my
has his little chess pieces that he's carved on the windowsill.
20 to life. I guess if you're interested in hearing Chip and Cern do a live Comic-Con, I think it'd be fun just to do.
So do I.
And I think maybe we'll get we can interview some people and shit. Oh, fuck.
It'd be like Streetwalkers.
I know. This would be good. Have a list of questions.
Hey, you.
Have you lost your virginity yet? What acne medication are you on?
About roughly how many hours a day do you actually see the sun?
Name your top 15 board games. As you can tell, this is going to go very poorly for us.
Are you signed up for Second Life? Are you active?
Right. How sexually active is your SimCity character?
No.
Does your mom charge you rent?
Are you in her basement?
How many cats have you skinned? So we could have a list of questions that we can go down the line with these people. I think it would be
how many showers a week do you?
Right. Yeah.
Once. Oh, wait. Should I
over
expand
under
it to
4
a month?
showers?
Should I expand it to a month? How many showers a month?
How bad is your eyeglass prescription? What weighs more, you or your comic book collection?
Do you prescribe to Proactive?
Over under 3 times you've been kissed by not your auntie.
I'm betting under every time.
Oh, for sure. Anyway, coming to a Comic-Con near you, Chip and Cern show. And I did notice there was some compliments that got and some sincerities that went around.
There was.
And it was like, Dana would go, "Oh, nice shot, Chip." And I'd be like, "Oh,
be on guard, like
brace yourself."
Is he gonna say for a bitch?
And then it's like, I'm like, "Thank you." He's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Oh,
Is that it? Oh,
cool. Thanks, Dana. So that was cool, and I think we're getting. Is it our friendship is maturing? It only took 15 years. It's finally maturing into where we're not
100% of the time. I don't think it'll ever go away.
Is that because we all became friends? And we like locked ourselves being 15-year-old boys. Like we're locked in that psyche as friends. That's probably what it is. I think
because there was still
some
dick sucking or dick slapping.
Oh my word! No, where's the soundboard for that one, sir?
Oh no,
that is oh boy.
That was some dick slapping where Dana hit Joe in the nuts with the.
Oh, we know what dick sucking is.
Damn it.
That is gonna be.
Suck my dick.
There we go. There was still some. Like, whoa! I wasn't. I must have went to the bathroom or something because that was yeah. Joe got the old reach around for driving on the way back. Anyone into handies out there? And then I'd say overall we felt pretty good. Jesus Christ, I can't believe that fucking slip of the tongue right there.
Whoops.
You're not going to live that one down.
Never. Well, it was Dana and Joe. I was just watching.
Okay. We're pulling back the fourth. It was just, Cerny was keeping score. And I think overall it was pretty good. We had a good pace of play.
We did. We actually had to stop for the people in front of us.
And they had an extra team. They had 2 extra.
Yeah, because they had 6 of them going.
The course was nice. This was at Lone Tree in Antioch. Joe has a polo shirt from there. And
he was so close because remember he kept saying, I always wins the last year.
For the raffle.
Sorry. And he won a polo shirt. So, I mean, they have like TVs and cash and all sorts of stuff. And he won a shirt last year. And this year when he was one number away or whatever for the hat, I was like, oh, come on. Oh.
I was like, I wanted that or socks or like a beer koozie, a Lone Tree beer koozie would have been fucking great.
That would be great.
So any exciting holes or anything that you would like to call out, Cerny? Or we had a couple good swing and the misses on some drives and
I do like because I had some great pants on, so Chipper asked if I was umpiring a game.
Yeah, Cerny had it was pretty good. Joe,
they were like
you wore pants again.
Yeah, sure,
and you regretted it last year.
And I do it every year. I don't know why.
I'll text you next time to remember.
Put some shorts on.
But it is cold in the morning.
So that then
quickly it just I had my jacket on for one hole and then I took it off. Right when everyone started blowing each other.
When the dick suckers started.
Yeah. Any? Do I toot my horn a lot?
No.
A lot. So kind to me. A lot. Define a lot, Chip. I feel that I know I might come across as a dick or a jackass on the show, which is pretty accurate. I would say. I would say deep down in my core, I feel like I'm a good person.
Okay.
Now, Cerny,
I must agree.
Oh, you spoiled me. I'm a fancy boy as well. Fancy boy. Cerny's on the board again on the sound. I'm liking it. It's great.
It is.
So, Cern and I are always in constant, like lovers often are. We're in constant contact with each other. So I was over at Costco.
Well, hello, Chip. What are you doing? What are you wearing?
I'm up now. Guess.
Do you have your morning wood?
Morning wood again. We both went right to the same dick joke as fast as we could. Who could say morning wood quicker? Have you actually looked through a Playboy?
I think I have, like maybe once.
Like at a barber shop. Yeah. I remember seeing one. I picked it up and I'm like,
oh, you know what? We did. In New York, remember the in the bar?
Oh, they had them just sitting there?
No, remember we were in Greenwich Village. Mm-hmm. Unbeknownst to us that
they were Playboys or Playgirls?
It was a gay zone. Yeah, we didn't know that.
Gay zone?
Gay. Well, I mean,
yeah.
Area. Anyway, we didn't know that. And remember, we went to that bar with that guy. And he told the guys they were playing something on the jukebox. Remember the guys said, don't play that gay shit in my bar or something?
Oh, he was like the one standout in the gay area or whatever. That
I remember we made some comment. He's like, oh, remember, didn't he like ask us something weird? It was like we didn't know. We were oblivious. We're like, no. And then remember he pulled out the Playboys out of his. He had like a drawer. I remember pulling him out and throwing him onto the bar top. It's like, take a look, guys. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're 21. Like, sure.
I'll take a look.
I'll drink beer and look at naked women and get a half hard on next to Cerny. How's it different from any other day?
Trying to get this boner squared away.
But I think, like, definitely in San Francisco, the barbershop around the corner had the old school, they had the Playboys there, and it's like, and I don't know. It doesn't really ever appeal to me, and I don't know. Especially with the internet, there's no reason to with these the stuff they have today. You should see it, boys. Anyway, so let's hit the.
Remember when the internet was? It would be like a picture, be like bloop.
Yeah,
and then you have to wait. They go bloop. It was like
oh my god, her forehead's looking. I mean, just to download one photo.
Oh, it
took
like 20
at least
minutes.
At least 20 minutes.
Bloop.
Yeah.
Then you have to wait. Then you get like the top. Like come on.
And you're 16 years old. It's not like you're edging or anything. You're just like, oh god, her collarbone looks so good. I lost it there
with anticipation.
Yeah.
There was still
some
dick sucking.
To the Mad Pooper, email us. We'll give you a Chip and Stern Show hat to wear in your next poop.
There you go.
We would.
Oh, that'd be great.
The media attention would be. Could you fucking imagine? That would be so good. I would take it. I would love it.
Oh yeah. Endorse our first endorsement, Mad Pooper.
Yeah, we only hire defecating criminals.